Welcome everyone. Today's story is about a learner who knew many English words but could not speak. Maybe this story is about you. There was a student named Daniel. He understood English well. He watched videos, read books, learned grammar rules, and could explain tenses. But when someone asked him a simple question, his mind went blank. He overthought everything: the correct word, the grammar, mistakes, laughter. And while he thought, the moment passed. He stayed silent. One day, he realized it wasn't a speaking problem, it was a thinking problem. Every time he tried to speak, his brain tried to control every word. He wanted perfection before opening his mouth. But language isn't like that. Think about walking. You don't think, move left leg, now right leg. You just walk because your body learned automatically. Speaking English works the same way. Daniel realized fluency is not about grammar knowledge but letting thoughts come out freely. He made a new rule: speak first, correct later. At first, it felt uncomfortable. He began describing his room out loud. This is my chair. I am sitting on the bed. My phone is on the table. His grammar wasn't perfect. Sentences were simple. But he did not stop. Every day, he spoke for 5 minutes about his day. I woke up at 7. I drank tea. I checked my phone. I felt tired today. Slowly, his fear decreased. Then he discovered another secret: fluent speakers do not translate in their heads. Before, he translated from his native language and checked grammar. Too slow. Now he practiced ready-made phrases. That's a good question. Let me think. To be honest, it depends. These small speaking blocks gave him time and helped him continue talking without freezing. He practiced them like music every day. Soon, his mouth answered naturally. One day in a shop, the seller asked, "Do you want a bag?" He smiled and said, "No, thank you. I brought my own." No fear, no silence. Daniel stopped trying to speak complicated English. He wanted to sound intelligent but got confused. So he simplified. Instead of, "It is imperative that we commence our journey," he said, "We should start soon." Clear, simple, natural. Real fluency isn't big words, it's clear communication. Then came the biggest lesson: make mistakes on purpose. Daniel began speaking even when unsure. He go to school yesterday. Then he corrected, "Oh, he went to school yesterday." This wrong to right loop trained his brain faster than silent study. Mistakes weren't enemies, they were teachers. Every mistake created a new connection in his brain. Because he wasn't afraid of mistakes, he spoke more. And because he spoke more, he improved faster. Daniel had few English-speaking friends, so he became his own partner. He stood in front of a mirror, recorded his voice, and imagined conversations in a cafe or job interviews, practicing consistently every day. He trained his speaking reflex with shadowing. Playing a short English sentence, he repeated it immediately with the same speed. "I'm not feeling well today." No pause, no thinking, just reaction. His brain responded automatically, like catching a ball. After a year, he met a tourist and spoke confidently for 10 minutes. Not perfect English, but smooth and natural. He wasn't thinking about grammar anymore, he was speaking. That was the transformation. Now ask yourself, are you still waiting to feel ready? Fluency doesn't come before speaking. You start speaking, then become fluent. From today, make one promise: speak at least one sentence daily. I'm tired today. The weather is nice. I want to improve my English. One sentence becomes 2. 2 become 5. 5 become a habit. Habit becomes fluency. You don't need perfect grammar or 10,000 words. You need courage and daily action. English is not built in silence, it's built in sound. Stop thinking. Start talking. Your voice matters. Fluency begins the moment you decide to use it. Transformation happens in small, invisible moments, day by day. After Daniel decided to speak daily, he noticed hesitation was the main problem. Even knowing the words, a small pause appeared before every sentence. That pause was fear. So he created no pause practice. A timer for 3 minutes. Speak continuously. If he forgot a word, he couldn't switch languages. He explained it simply. One day, forgetting umbrella, he said, the thing you use when it is raining. You hold it above your head. Imperfect but effective. This trained his brain to stay calm and focus on communication, not perfection. Fluency is accessing knowledge quickly, not knowing more words. Daniel learned another truth. Listening builds speaking. Passive listening wasn't enough. He listened actively to short audio stories, paused, and repeated with the same emotion, rhythm, and speed. If the speaker sounded confident, he sounded confident. This imitation built natural pronunciation. Children learn by copying adults, and it works for adults too. After 2 months, he was no longer afraid of simple conversations. At cafes and on calls, he stayed calm. English wasn't perfect, but comfort created confidence. Even mistakes in online meetings became lessons. Emotional control is part of fluency. Fluency isn't just language, it's emotional skill. Staying calm when corrected helps you grow. Accept mistakes without shame, improve naturally. Daniel saw English as a tool to connect, to express, to open doors. When English is a tool, fear shrinks. He added it to daily life. Cooking, walking, describing events. Ordinary moments became practice. 5 minutes daily outweighed rare long sessions. He stopped comparing to native speakers and compared only to his past self. Progress builds belief, belief builds action, and action builds fluency. 6 months later, he could express himself freely. Daniel realized fluency isn't about impressing others. He asked, "Is my message clear?" Clarity brought freedom. Storytelling became his nightly habit. Simple daily events, emotions, causes, and consequences. Short stories grew longer, connecting ideas naturally. He could speak 10 minutes without stopping, not memorize sentences, but English thinking. Fluency is smooth thinking. He learned to control speed, slow down, pronounce clearly, pause naturally, and sound confident. People understood him. Positive responses built confidence. Confidence improved performance. The stable cycle formed. Speak, improve, repeat.